Today I want to talk about 3 ways to live. Too many of us live on the lowest level of existence. What do I mean by that? I mean we live our lives selfishly. I want my money. I want what's best for me. I want my health. I want the very best of things that I can accumulate. They're living a selfish life, or I should say we live a selfish life that way. Now, does God want to bless us? Absolutely. Spiritually, soulishly, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, yes, He does. And through the atonement of Jesus on the cross, He purchased 100% redemption in all realms of life. But to live a successful life, we need to live not only what we believe to be best for us, but what is best in the sight of God. So that brings us to the second way to live. You can have a purpose that is above and beyond yourself. In other words, you can live for others or for something else beyond your own household. That might be a parent sacrificing and living to provide for a sick child or a disabled person or the betterment of someone else in society in general. That's better than living a selfish life. Many times parents have to sacrifice to get something that their children need. They work overtime hours, or perhaps they're up many a sleepless night taking care of a sick or a disabled person. So they're living beyond themselves. They're living for a purpose. But I suggest there's yet a higher way to live than that. And that is to live for the sake of the kingdom of God. Jesus taught us in the model prayer on the Sermon on the Mount, in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 10, when He was teaching His disciples, and that includes you and me, when He was teaching us how to pray, He told us to pray, "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." The highest way to live is beyond selfishness, and it's beyond just a altruistic purpose, but it's to live a life for the sake of the kingdom of God. That we live in such a way that we're here to advance God's kingdom, that God gets glory for the good that is done, that God's will is brought forth in our individual lives, that our homes are places where the kingdom of God is revealed, that we bring the kingdom of God to the places we work, to our relationships with friends and family. The kingdom of God is not something that is just talked about at church. It is something that should be prayed and talked about at home and on the job. To pray for the kingdom of God to come is to pray for the will of God to be done. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth just as it is being done in heaven. I submit to you, friend, that the kingdom of God and God's will is being done 100% in heaven. We need that to come on earth the same way. So we're told to pray for it. We're told that we are laborers together with God. We are working with Him for the advancement of His kingdom. Several years ago, when I came to the church where I have been for 36 years, I told them that I am not here to build this church. I'm here to build something greater than that. And I remember the looks on the faces of the few people that were there at that time, saying, "What is he talking about? He should be thinking about our church." And then I went ahead to explain. Jesus said, "I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it." I'm not here to build the church. I'm here to help Him build His kingdom. His kingdom is made up of churches. His kingdom is made up of families. His kingdom is made up of individuals who have submitted themselves to His lordship and will work with Him. So let us live for the third way, not selfishly, not just for a purpose, but for His kingdom. And if we live that way, He'll say one day, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. Now I'll make you ruler over many." God bless you is my prayer for you today.